Hello everybody, and welcome back to Charlotte Hornet Basketball. We have a lot to cover today, and that's because there's turmoil again in the Hornets front office. Bob Anderson, the owner, the new owner, over Drew Samuels, he relocated the team. He sent a bid in to relocate Charlotte, something we made an emphasis on in the very beginning that we would never do. I don't like relocating teams. I just don't. It's not my forte. But Anderson came in. We accepted his son Andrew as the assistant to us. Andrew's made some questionable calls. Trades at the trade deadline. Trying to deal off Cody Zeller, who I still believe should belong in Charlotte. Basically going behind our back to his dad and doing everything there. Bob Sanderson relocated the team to Seattle. So we made a joke about it in the press. When it came face-to-face time with him, we said we were going to resign. We had the option to resign, or I guess threaten to resign. And we were hoping he would take the bait, stay in Charlotte. That did not work. So next year for us, up in the air. Charlotte's going to be in Seattle. And I did not see that coming at all. So I know there are rumors. I know there's everything going on. But I really didn't believe this was going to happen. Or we had the option to just quit, get out of the NBA forever. So I chose to take the bait. And hopefully he would too. It did not work. And now we are in the playoffs. Hornets finished 32-50, 12th in the East, 4th in the division. Fan interest? We have 100% fan interest. Not going to question it. Chemistry? 87%. We made some moves. And if we go to coach game plan, you can see we have Ivica Zubac. We actually traded Michael Kidd-Gilchrist for Zubac. And we got Corey Brewer and Zubac for him. So I didn't want the trade. I didn't want Zubac to begin with. I was fine with Cody Zeller. I was. After the Dwight Howard trade, I was fine with him. We could summon Kaminsky in center, maybe Marvin Williams a couple games. I was fine with that. But that was the one trade that the kid, Andrew, he just didn't give up on it. One trade we did take, again, was that Howard trade. DeMarre Carroll. I like that trade. We wanted to give her to Howard anyway. Thought it was a good fit. Just inked Kemba Walker to $90 million deal. And we inked DeMarre Carroll to a $90 million deal. So, or not $90 million, to a, I believe, $10 million. So, I mean, you know, it's just interesting the way things work out. So, DeMarre Carroll, he's going to get, about $16, $17 million. Kemba Walker signed through a 3-year deal worth, again, about $90 million. So, we have Kemba Walker till 2022. A lot of guys right here, Badham, Carroll, Cody Zeller, Malik Monk, all the way to end of the 2021 season. So I'm happy where we are right now. But this team, I just don't know where it's going to go or what's going to happen. So we're going to sit in the playoffs here, and then we'll probably stop after that. Who do I like here? Well, let's go round by round. I like Golden State. I like the Nuggets. I like the T-Wolves, and I like the Rockets. In the East, I like the Cavs. I like the Celtics, I like the Wizards, and I like the 76ers. So, really a lot of realistic matchups here. The Warriors-Spurs first round. 76ers Heat. A lot of good matchups. So, let's go ahead and simulate round by round here. And we'll see how things turn out for us. So, the Raptors advance, 76ers advance, the Warriors advance, Timberwolves, Rockets, Celtics, and the Pistons beat the Cavs. So, Cleveland Warrior quadruple rematch? No more. So let's go even deeper. I expect the Warriors to take that. They do easy 4-1. T-Wolves taking 7 over the Rockets. Pistons make easy work of the Boston Celtics, and the Raptors make work of Philadelphia in 7. So I'm going to go, I'll take the Cinderella, Detroit Pistons, and the Golden State Warriors. We'll see what happens. Warriors, Pistons. I gotta go. Golden State. But for a Detroit Piston team, under 500, under 40 games won on the year, to make the NBA Finals and easily win every round except the Cavaliers, who you played in 7, I give you props. Congratulations, Detroit. Now you got to do it one more time. In the finals, you knew the Warriors were going to probably do it anyway. Warriors are champions here, and Stephen Curry gets Finals MVP award. So, past this, I don't know now. We've chosen to resign. I don't know if we're going to get picked back up. I really don't. So the only way to figure out is to advance. So here we go. Our first meeting. This is with our CFO. We need to review the budget for next year. I don't know if we're going to be there for next year. I honestly don't. So, I don't know. I just don't know. I really don't. But, let's go ahead. Let's start from scratch. Player payroll, obviously, we probably want that max. Promotions, we'll put $2.5 million. And then arena operations, we want top notch. Staff payroll, we want to feed them well. Team operations, we'll cut it down to $19 million. We'll add that to the staff payroll. And then player payroll, we're knocking down to $500K. Boom, boom. All that looks good as it does. So we'll save changes there. And now we get into the off season. I don't know if I'm going to be a part of this team. I don't know if Charlotte's still going to be Charlotte. I really don't. But we'll probably go. We'll go up to the league meetings. And then all this is going to be in a separate video. We'll recap everything. We'll do the draft, the lottery, combine, workouts, all that good stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But for right now, we'll get through player retirement, staff retirement, Hall of Fame inductees, jersey retirement, league meetings. So let's go ahead and get it going. Retirements: Vince Carter, Dirk Nowitzki, Jason Terry, Jamal Crawford, Monty Ginobili, Paul Pierce, Anderson Varejao, Matt Barnes, and that's really only to name a couple. So, years pro, the winner, Vince Carter, Dirk Nowitzki, Carter at age 41, Nowitzki at age 40, Terry at 40 also, and Paul Pierce at the age 40 as well, and Monty Ginobili. So, a lot of these guys, glad to see they got their lives worth in the NBA. So, press conference now here Thursday, June 28th. And let's get into it. So, greet the reporter. I'm wondering if you can shed any light on the reported sale of the Hornets to an unidentified party. I don't know about this. I don't know. I just don't know any of this. This is all new to me. I'm hearing the Board of Governors is set to vote on the bid as early as next week. Is that right? I haven't... Oh, yes. Drew Samuels. He's the buyer. Let it all out the back. Why not? We've talked with him. Well, I don't know about that, but I've had a few talks with a potential buyer myself. So I can't confirm that things are, that are the wheels in motion. Would you mind telling us who the potential buyer is? The one that you met with. We can keep it a secret. We can share the name. Now, flip side. We don't say anything. We're gonna make a couple people mad. We're gonna get the media stirring. We share the name. We're gonna piss off the front office right now. I think we've already done that. Logically, I think we can go back and say the name. Also, we don't have to say anything to them. But let's share the name. Yeah, it was Mr. Samuels, actually. As in Drew Samuels? You're joking. I assure you, I am 100% serious. Excuse me for being a little incredulous, but is that the same Mr. Samuels who sold the Hornets less than a year ago? What about the ad company and Jerome R? How could he be in a position to enter a bid this soon after, all that? So now we have options here. Say you were shocked but would be happy to work with him. Don't get any specifics. Say that you're not sure if it's serious. Safe bet. Probably shouldn't say that it's serious, but you know what? We were shocked. And you know what? We'd be happy to work with him. In all honesty, I'm not sure. Just like you guys, I was pretty shocked when I heard what Drew was up to. On the inside, I've never heard anything but respect for Drew, and if the opportunity to work with him presents itself again, I'd be happy to do it. So that's going to make people mad. That's something going to make people mad. So now staff retirement. John Smith, Portland, 23 years old. Assistant coach, he retires. So nothing big there. And now Drew's limousine. The day after the press conference where we named his name to the media. I've got some good news and I wanted you to hear from me directly. What's going on? You got a fresh shipment of cheese? I don't want to discuss cheese with you, Drew. Talking about cheese, that's great. You always get to the point. I respect that. So here's the deal. Sale's happening. We agreed on a price. Now we're just waiting in the boardroom, of governors to approve. That's a formality, though. We're talking to the new owner of the Charlotte Hornets. See, are we staying in Charlotte, though? That's the only thing. Now that all is official, what do you say? Will you be my president of basketball operations? I know we can take the Hornets where they need to go together. We're going from a GM to president of basketball operations. Yeah, we're going to accept the offer. My heart, we will always be with the Hornets, Drew. Of course I accept. Fantastic. Thrilled to have you on board. You just made me one heck of a happy owner. Looking forward to do big things together. Look, I've got to run, but I'll be in touch. We've got a lot to go over. Don't eat too much cheese. I don't know why we're talking about cheese again. Let's just get the heck out of here. I'm just looking out for your well-being here. I want you healthy enough to hoist the O'Brien Trophy. It's my goal too. Don't worry about me. I may look sort of old and lumpy, but I've got much more strength in these old bones than you think. I'm built like an ox. Sure. All right, we gotta go. Hall of Fame inductees: Dirk Nowitzki, Paul Pierce, Vince Carter. We probably all saw that coming. And now we have some media. The Hornets have been sold to a group led by former owner Drew Samuels. Transfer power takes place now. So June 30th, 2 days after the press conference, we're back in our office, and it's Bob Sanderson. You've seen the reports by now, obviously, but I want to know that my intentions were pure here, James. I don't doubt that. I only ever had two goals for this organization: build a winner and bring basketball back to Seattle. That's it. But life, what's that John Lennon lyric? Something about your plan's not working out? I don't know. I've been always more of a Springsteen guy, if we're being honest here. Why are we talking about music? Point being, I didn't want to sell the team, but the way things unfolded, my hands were tied. Were they? Were they, though? Drew made me an astonishing offer. It's obscene, really. No matter how much I love the Hornets, and I do. No, you don't. You were going to move them to Seattle. It didn't make any financial sense to keep the team with an offer like that on the table. Sure, I can understand that. With this kind of cash influx, you've got to do what you got to do. I agonized over it. I really did. I couldn't sleep for days. I couldn't eat. That sounds intense. I sat at Maddie's, just staring at my avocado toast and never taking a bite. I was sick to my stomach. But at the end of the day, I've got to do what's best for Bob Sanderson. What else could I do? We're all in the business for ourselves, ultimately. As much as I love the Hornets, I've got to look out for myself. Drew's offer was so strong it made it impossible to keep the team and not feel like I was working against my own best interest. When you look at it that way, well, I had to go with a rational business decision. That's the only way I know how to do things. I've got to be rational. You don't owe me any apologies. You did what you had to do. I'm just saying, I'm sorry for any trouble I caused. You're the one You're the one there answering questions. I know it's not easy. Most people can't do what you do, and I respect that. It's all part of the job. I appreciate that. I do. You're a good man, and you deserve all the luck in the world. I may not own the Hornets anymore, but I'll never stop being a fan. I don't believe that at all. Can we get out of here now? God, can we get out of this office? So, yeah, I really don't want to see you around, Bob. I really don't. Jersey retirement, Manu Ginobili, and Dirk Nowitzki. So no one can wear the 41 or the 20 in San Antonio, 41 for Dallas. Press conference, July 1st. We are in summertime now. James, hi. I have to say I'm surprised to see you here today. Good to see you too, Mac. What can I do? Well, it's certainly unusual for the outgoing GM to be present at an announcement of this nature. Can you tell me about your role with the Hornets going forward? So Drew's going to step in. He's going to tell him, basically, I'm going to be the president of operations here. We're going to confirm it. And now, everyone, well, they're happy Drew's coming back. And hopefully it doesn't turn into the first time. So, there was never any truth. Say that Sanderson was trying to move to Seattle. We're talking about the rumors here. Say that there was a plan, but it's no longer in the works. I can't confirm nor deny that. So we're going to say what was true, and that Sanderson was trying to move to Seattle. To be 100% honest with you, Mac, Mr. Sanderson was actively pursuing a relocation to his hometown of Seattle. That directly contradicts a number of statements he made to the press, James. Listen, due to the sensitive nature of the deal, I was given strict orders by Mr. Sanderson to refrain from public decision of anything related to the move. I apologize for having to be less forthcoming at times, but that's the nature of the business. If I get an order from the boss not to discuss something, I have to respect his wishes. We didn't do that in the back half. Can you confirm that the plan was to move to Seattle? Yes, it was to Seattle, but like I said, that's no longer the plan, and we're all very excited to keep calling Charlotte home. So, looks like we're going to keep our job. Not only that, we're going to be president of basketball operations. We're going to stay in Charlotte, at least for right now. Things are looking good. So we'll give feedback. So I really appreciate the opportunity to have a say in this. What are the new rules being discussed? One of the rules being considered to be instated is change the time the offense is given to advance the ball to the front court to 10 seconds. Any thoughts? It's 8 seconds now. Shot clock's 24, I believe. 14 seconds to shoot. I'm gonna disagree with that. I don't see the point. Gonna know. All right. One of the rules being considered to be instated is draft lottery teams with the same record, will no longer share the same odds of obtaining top 30 pick. Tiebreakers will be used to seed them. Any thoughts? I like tiebreakers. That's a good rule. I think the team and the league as a whole stand to benefit. Good to know. I will definitely keep that in mind. One of the rules is automatic points will now be granted on shooting fouls. No free throws will take place following the foul. I do not agree on that. Free throws are going to win you games and they're going to lose you games. That's the fun part of the game. So we'll disagree with that. A couple more here. Top 6 picks in draft are done through the lotto. Remaining picks are determined by team record. That seems a little high considering the lottery picks, I believe, are the top 10. I'm going to disagree with that as well. Eliminate the shot clock. Any thoughts? That's just bad. That's just bad. That'll be all. I appreciate your time. Any rule changes need a lot of thought, and I value your opinion as so much. So, league meetings now. Change the time the offense is given to advance the ball. Rejected. Teams with the same record will no longer share the same odds. I rejected all of these, didn't I? Yeah, I rejected all of these. Teams with the same record will no longer share the same odds of obtaining the top 3 picks. Actually, no, I favored that. I did favor that. Got rejected, though. Oh, wow, it needs 23. Okay, so automatic points will now be granted. I don't see how that would even go into the thought of people, but it got rejected, so that's fine. Alright, 3 years until the new CBA. That means more money. 9 years until a new TV deal. We're a far away part of that. So everything got rejected. So our office now Monday, July 2nd. Thanks for meeting with me on such short notice, James. I think it's imperative that we know, hash things out ASAP. Why is he still here? I want to make sure we've got like super solid communication here. Got my attention, Andrew. What can I do for you? I want to clear the air. Okay? Just, I know we've had our differences. I know we butted heads, but I only ever want to do what my father asked me to do. That means go behind my back. With him out of the picture now, if you keep me on board, I'd be reporting to you and you alone. That's stating the obvious. There'd be nothing that could get in the way of that. That could also be a lie. That's a relief, though. I respect you. I always have. That's why I want to keep learning from you. I still want to be a GM one day. And, I'd be honored if you kept me on board so I could keep learning from the best. Listen. He's young. He was following his dad. His dad's gone. If he's not going to change his attitude this year and the upcoming year, we're gone with him. We'll keep him. So we'll keep Andrew Sanderson. So now we'll go through this whole thing. And ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Next time out, we'll go through draft lottery, stat signing, combine, workouts, NBA draft might be a separate video. Rookie signing, team player options, all that good stuff. But for right now, we are about halfway through the off season. We're staying in Charlotte. We're the president of basketball operations, and we have our old owner back. Should be a lot of fun.